The second pre-election filings have been done, and we're going to have a financial update for the upcoming elections. Candidates continue to campaign and raise funds. This update chart shows an increasing amount of funds for all candidates. Candidates Larson, Hendrick, and Fong continue to be weak in their funding from Sunnyvale voters, with funding of only 35%, 23%, and 22% respectively from in town. But they continue to draw well from PACs and real estate and apartment PACs. Candidate Alexander Grossman and Cordes, on the other hand, have stepped up their funding game. Each has new funding from individual Sunnyvale residents to the tune of $4,000 to $6,000 each. Here we see what has been direct council donations that they have chosen, and I emphasize chosen, to accept from PACs. And this is to the tune of $24,000 that we've got here, and this will be up later where you can read the writing. Independent expenditures, the PACs doing their own independent expenditures. We see here categorized by a gray bar between each of the candidates, and we have had $120,000 spent so far that's been reported, some reported late, which is a problem. We see in here that we have mailers, polling, online ads, those are the favorite things, National Association of Realtors, South Bay Labor Council, Apartment Association, Innovation for Everyone, and Sunnyvale Public Safety. Here we have a scorecard. What we have is columns that tell us PAC money, developer money, corporation money, individual money, and independent expenditures were made in support of particular candidates. And what we see is that Gustav Larson, Glenn Hendricks, and Mason Fong have full dance cards. For those of you that know what a dance card is, there's X's. They've danced with everybody. The others, not so much, mainly individual donations. So, why so much campaign funding? Okay, why are we having this? Some candidates overwhelm as a strategy. Big money interests want a favorable city council. They want a return on the investment. That's some of the main reasons. So the choice is yours. Overwhelmed funding does not mean it's a better candidate. Talk to the candidates, visit their websites, watch some forum videos, and remember, you are the ones who elect the city council. So please remember to vote on November 6th. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Eric Kroc and then Josh Grossman.
Hi, my name is Eric Kroc. I'm a 21-year resident of Sunnyvale, and I'd appreciate it if you'd put back up Steve Skandalis's campaign finance diagram. So I entirely associate myself with Steve Skandalis's comments, and as Sunnyvale voters go to the polls, I ask you to ask yourself where our candidates are getting their support from. Wealthy real estate developers who do not live in Sunnyvale aren't donating money to the Sunnyvale City Council because they care about Sunnyvale quality of life. They're donating because the Sunnyvale City Council picks the members of the Planning Commission who process the applications for new development and also can serve as the final vote if there's a controversy. So when people outside of Sunnyvale are donating heavily to a Sunnyvale City Council race, ask yourself why. Do you want a Sunnyvale City Council that is responsive to the residents of Sunnyvale or responsible to the interests of wealthy real estate developers who live outside of Sunnyvale? I know what I want. I want a Sunnyvale City Council that is focused on quality of life for Sunnyvale and balancing growth and jobs and traffic in an equitable way. So when I see such a heavy, disproportionate amount of money going into the campaigns of Gustav Larson, Glenn Hendricks, and Mason Fong from people who live outside of Sunnyvale, I'm motivated to say, let's take a look at the campaigns of Henry Alexander, Josh Grossman, and John Cordes, each of whom are entirely supported by Sunnyvale residents. All of them have pledged to look at growth in Sunnyvale in a balanced way, to increase our emphasis on affordable housing, and to look at the ratio of how much development is new office buildings that draw more traffic and worsen our jobs to housing imbalance versus how much is new housing that will reduce that problem. For my part, I'm supporting Henry Alexander, Josh Grossman, and John Cordes to act for the interests of people in Sunnyvale and equitably balance all these issues. Thank you.